to be subjecting this Evapo-Rust product to quite a hardcore test. I used it to clean up some parts on a motorbike carburetor for Yamaha XT500 that had some surface rust on bits and pieces of it, and it worked really well and cleaned up quite nicely. So when I was taking the seats off my bike, I noticed that the brackets holding the seat on were beyond rusty. I was going to throw them away and go get new ones, but then I thought it would be quite a nice test just to see just how well this product works. So yeah, stick around, let's check and see. So the brackets of my motorbike seat have been soaking in the Evapo-Rust for just over 2 days now. The color of the Evapo-Rust has gone very dark brown. Just to show you, that's Evapo-Rust before you've put anything in it, and that's what it looks like after the 2 days of soaking the seat brackets. So I'm very excited to see what they look like. Yeah, let's pull them out, give them a rinse and have a look. Okay, let's dig around and find them. There's rust on it still, but it's just wiping off under my fingers. You're supposed to rinse it off with water, so I'll give that a bash and a bit of brake cleaner maybe, and see how they clean up. The bolts, the threads have cleaned up quite nicely. This bracket's very similar. There is some rust left on it, but it seems to be just rubbing off underneath my fingers. I'll hit these with a wire brush as well and see how they come out. I was going to throw these away and try to just source new brackets for the seat for my bike, but I used the Evapo-Rust on the carburetor rebuild for my XT500 to clean up some of the parts that had some rust in them, and it worked pretty well. So I thought I'd give it a proper challenge with these that were horrendous, and see how it does. Oh, this one cleaned up quite nicely. This is the bracket for the front of the seat. Still little bits that are just rubbing off under my fingers. Oh, the bolts were so stuck when I was trying to take these brackets off, I snapped 3 of them. So I just popped these 2 in just to see how they cleaned up, and they cleaned up right, but I'll put new bolts in. So I've rinsed the brackets off under some water. I even hit it with a wire brush. Some of the parts came out really well. Let's go over there. But I think these brackets are just way too far gone for it to have cleaned them up completely. You can even see over there the rust is eaten right through the corner of the bracket, which I'm happy that I noticed, because now I'm definitely not going to reuse them. But for the purposes of this video, I think they were perfect. You can see this one is really bad still. But I think the rust has pretty much just gone right through. Some nice shiny spots. The bottom of it cleaned up really well. But yeah, I think these brackets are just dead. So you can see the shine on some of it, where the rust hadn't got all the way through. This front bracket's cleaned up the best, but it's still got marks all over it that even I put it on a bench grinder that I put a wire wheel on, and even that couldn't get these off. The back of it's really nice though. You can see if they'd all cleaned up like that, I would have been ecstatic, but unfortunately not. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how the Evapo-Rust worked, because I mean these were just caked in rust. It was ridiculous. But it's obviously not a miracle worker. But if you've got some surface rust on some stuff that you want to get off, I would say it works really well.